Oh, I say we hate to interrupt them, but we do. I think my mic was up a little bit, so you may have been getting bits and pieces of that conversation. Hey, guys, this is 1100 WSGI. I'm U-Turn LaVern, and this is one street over. Dr. Grant Bell is in the house, and we're just getting reacquainted, we're visiting with our Robertson County principals, and we're talking about the schedule change. Dr. Bell was in here yesterday for a moment because last year, we did it on the first Tuesdays, and we needed to rearrange that. So now we're going first Wednesdays. We've moved Sean Elmore to first Mondays. She's with Open Door Pregnancy and Resource Center. Sometimes we have to just kind of, scoot the schedule around. I'm trying right now to free up a day next week to get the fair board in here because we've got the fair coming up. It's just, we're so busy in Robertson County. Man, it's crazy busy. But it's good. It's beautiful, and I just love it. And welcome.
Thank you. It's
so
a pleasure
glad to
be here.
see you again this morning after yesterday. And I just appreciate you being so gracious to give us another, since we had the miscommunications on the schedule yesterday. But, I was a little confused too because I know the Corbins really well. And so I knew Amy's brother was at Innovation Academy, but I didn't realize he was assistant principal. And I knew he retired. And so I had it all, trying to keep all this. We've got so many schools. Something like, 22 in Robertson County?
23, yeah.
Trying to keep it all straight. My goodness.
That's a lot of schools to keep up with.
But you've been at this a while, because that was my question. I said, so you've been the principal, not Innovation Academy, but you started out with Springfield Middle. How many years now?
This is my 16th year.
Wow, 16th year.
And taught at Greenbrier Middle School for 11 years.
Oh, okay.
7th and 8th grade social studies.
Sporting my Greenbrier.
Coached football.
Oh, cool.
All of our kids, we have 3 children. They all started in Greenbrier schools. My wife, Jennifer, is the school nurse at Greenbrier Elementary.
Oh,
so
fun.
we spent a lot of time in the Greenbrier community. And, teaching was the best job I've ever had. It was wonderful being in the classroom every day with kids and getting to know them at such a close level in the classroom. And but moved to Springfield Middle in 2010. Served as assistant principal under Dr. Mike Morris for 2 years. Mm-hmm. He was a wonderful mentor, and then took the principal job of Springfield Middle School and served there for over a decade. And we started a magnet program based on STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math in 2016. So we had a magnet school within Springfield Middle School. And I believe it was 2019, the Board of Education voted to make it a standalone magnet school for Robertson County and move it from 6 to 12. So at that time, we had 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and we started to transition the Springfield Middle School kids out. We let them stay at Springfield Middle. Well, the board, and it was the right thing to do. If a kid started in the 6th grade, then they stayed for the 7th and the 8th. Mm-hmm. But we also started our high school one step at a time. 4 years ago, we had 6, 7, 8, 9. We had 67 kids stay to take this journey with us because they didn't have to. A magnet school is a choice.
Right.
And because we didn't have a high school that was established with sports programs and all those things, we did lose some kids, but we kept 67. Mm-hmm. And last May, we graduated those 67. And it's been an incredible journey to get to where we are now. So we are 6 through 12 now, and we bring in 100 6th graders every year, and with 7 grades, that will be 700 kids, and our building can handle 700 kids. We've had some renovations done. The past year, we had construction workers in our building all year.
Oh, I know.
The ceiling was gone, and we lost our bathrooms for the first quarter when we're using trailer bathrooms outside.
Yeah.
But the bathrooms were original 1938, and there was a lot of infrastructure issues with the plumbing. There was some old cast iron, and we really just had to knock the walls out and take everything out and completely rebuild it. Now our restrooms are brand new and beautiful, and I'm really proud of that because I wanted kids to be able to use a restroom that's nice. That's important. So we've got 8 new scholar restrooms, boys and girls, and we have HVAC that has been completely modernized because a lot of that school was not built for central heating and air with the ductwork. It's 1938. There wasn't an air conditioning.
Open the window.
My mom said they opened the windows and did the best that they could, but school started later back then. It started in September. And so it was a little bit cooler than August is. August is a hot month, but now we're completely modernized with units in every single room, new windows. A lot of the windows had gotten old and rusty, and all of those had to be removed. It was a big process, and all new windows put in, but it was a big project that had to be done, and it disrupted us for a year. But the staff and the kids did great. We just kind of went about our business with all the inconveniences that we had. Everybody had a great attitude, and we had a great school year. And the data that we're getting back is that we indeed had an extraordinary school year. So we marched on through the adversity, and now our building, once again, it's just beautiful. I think it's the prettiest school in Middle Tennessee.
I want to come see it. I was out there for, they sent me out to do some career exploration stuff with the middle school on a PD day to help with just, to advise them how to implement their broadcasting and things like that. So I was there for a PD day. I want to say, may have been, I don't know, it's been at least a year ago.
Yeah.
And maybe early last year. I can't remember this, you time frame. But I noticed you had your portable restrooms, and those are nice. I mean, you'd be stunned at how nice those little portable restrooms.
They were nice.
They're not bad. They're not bad. They're not like portalets, guys. And we've used those in different media things that I've been involved with, and they're not bad at all, and they make it work. But I had gone through and seen some of the renovation, and I've been out there so many times for Robertson County Players Productions. Yeah, because I love Robertson County Players. By the way, they're going to be in here on Thursday for the entirety of the show, talking much ado about nothing that's coming up. So, but we're anxious to see them be able to get back in that theater too, because we love that old theater.
Well, we're ready for their return, and we've had a long-standing relationship with the players that we really value, and we have a beautiful facility. The theater was renovated about 8 years ago, and it is just a beautiful room and a highly functioning room as well, with the technology and the acoustics that are in that room. It's a wonderful theater. And to speak to the trailer bathrooms, have such a bad sound to them.
They really do.
But they were very nice. I think the biggest challenge was lost class time. Instead of going to the restroom across the hall from your teacher's room, we really had to take group restroom breaks so that a teacher, when they went outside, could supervise and be with the kids, let everybody use the restroom, and then come back into the building. Yeah. So that was the great challenge, was just the time lost in the classroom.
Sure, I can imagine.
And that was a concern.
I can imagine.
But we got through it.
Yeah, for sure. Now, do you still have your portable classrooms? Are you still using portables
We
there?
have a couple of portables out back. They have, at one time, I think we had 7 portables. Right. We were busting at the seams. Yeah. But our numbers, as the transition to the magnet, have settled in. We've actually had some of those portables taken away, and but we still have a couple that are in use. And but they're right outside the door, very convenient. And ultimately, I think any school would want to see all the portables removed, but they are a needed reality right now.
Oh, I went to school in portables in the 70s. I mean, it was.
Yeah, I went to portables.
I mean, I didn't even know it was a thing. I just thought, well, this is just our classrooms here. I didn't think anything about it. when I was growing up. But of course, as I've gotten older and stuff, I've seen how people differentiate. But you just have to have when you're growing and you're expanding and you've got more kids than you thought. It's a resource.
Great option.
Yeah, I mean,
and
it's
a
an
lot
option.
of the portables are very nice.
Yeah.
With heating and air,
Mm-hmm.
and we call them learning cottages, and try to put
I like
a
it.
better name on them.
I like it. I like
But
it.
we do like to have all the kids in the building, but it's a great option.
Yeah,
to
for
have
sure.
that extra space.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I know that my high school classes, for the most part, were in portables when I grew up, because I mean we just couldn't accommodate
Where did you grow up?
I'm from West Kentucky. I'm from the Mayfield area. I went to
Okay.
Lowe's High School. It's been closed. It's
Yeah.
Graves County now, and so they consolidated. And they closed all of our little schools. It's so interesting. I was having this conversation, I think, with Amanda last week from White House, how that I just don't see that ever being a possibility in this county because it's just so many kids, ever being able to consolidate. This was a small rural county,
Yeah.
and so they were able to consolidate that. I mean, between White House and Springfield and just all the expanse, I can't imagine them ever being able to consolidate this county into one
and
high school.
the growth is fixing to explode.
I
too.
know, even more.
This new building
So, yeah.
comes in, and
But-
there's, I believe, 12,000 kids in the district now, and that number's not going to do anything but go up.
Oh, it's gonna
And
go
I think
up.
It will go up quickly.
I think so too. As more homes, we look at all the rooftops that they talk about when the mayors and the city managers come in and we talk about all the projected rooftops, and it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
So, but we love your school. It's a beautiful place. It's historic. Danny actually talks about it all the time when he's in. Because he's grown up here, and so many.
Yeah.
Are you now? What is your? You mentioned you've been as a principal for 13 years. How long have you been in education?
This is my 27th year
Okay.
in education. I came into it a little bit later. I grew up in Springfield on Airport Road,
Okay.
the son of Phil and Sally Bell. Had two sisters. Went through Springfield schools, Cheatham
Okay.
Park, West Side, Brantsford Junior High that was there at that time. It's been torn down now. Graduated from Springfield High School, from the new high school. Now, Warren Corbin, who we talked about, graduated from the building that we're in '81. But I graduated from the new high school and went to the University of Alabama
Okay.
for my undergraduate. Worked some, actually moved to Atlanta and worked in the professional world there for a period of time, and came back home and went back to school in order to get my teaching credentials.
Okay.
Got a master's at Tennessee State University, an EDS, which is an education it's a plus 30 beyond your master's at Austin P, and then a doctorate in educational leadership from Tennessee State University. So I spent a lot of my early adult life going to school, and I loved
Yeah.
going to school
Yeah.
because, if we ever stop learning,
I agree. Yeah.
you start dying,
Mm-hmm.
basically. And I think it's very important to always be a lifelong learner, continue to sharpen your saw, and read books, read articles, just get as much information as you can because we're in a profession that's ever changing.
Yes. 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 And I've got a Dr. David Evans commented, "Love Dr. Bell. He's one of the most hardworking men in Robertson County, doing a marvelous job at Innovation Academy. Everything rises and falls on leadership, and the success of the school is part of his leadership." And so,
Well, Dr. David
yeah.
Evans is a friend to Innovation Academy. We have two
Yeah.
of his beautiful children.
Yes.
And he's a tremendous resource in our school community.
Yeah, we love him a lot. He's avoiding me though. I've invited him on the show. The last 3 times he hasn't been available. Dr. Evans, but anyway, I'm just teasing him. Love to have Dr. Evans on. He comes in and talks with us a lot. But okay, I always like to ask the question: what are you most proud of Innovation Academy?
What I'm most proud of is the culture of the building.
Okay.
We have a culture, and that's been really a focus and a high priority for when anyone comes into our building, they feel welcome. They're treated with kindness. A lot of people talk about respect, and respect is dealing with people in a tactful way so as to not give offense. Kindness takes it a step further where you actually go out of your way to show kindness to people. And I get feedback from people that come to visit our school, and they say this school just feels different from the minute I walked in. The maintenance workers have told me kids hold the door open for them, and that's something that they don't see happening at other schools. We have a very strong focus on treating people with respect and kindness, and that starts at the top with the principal. And if anybody in the building sees the principal yelling at somebody, well, that kind of sets the standard that that's okay.
Right.
If the leader does it, it's okay. So I have to check myself and make sure that I'm always treating people with respect and kindness so that I model that for everyone to see. And, the staff that we have, I'm very proud of the staff. We have over 40 teachers. The majority of them are level 5 educators, which is the highest rating that you can have. Actually, I think 83% of our teachers.
Oh, wow.
Which is not normal.
Right.
Our teachers are very driven to be the very best that they can be every single day. And it's just an honor to work with a group of professionals that are working at such a high level in their craft. And our kids are wonderful. The greatest joy that I have as principal is just being in the hallway and talking to kids and joking with kids and helping to build the culture in the building. Because if people are happy where they're at and they feel valued,
yes,
and they feel like they're part of a bigger mission, you will get the best out of people. So that's setting goals and having meaningful goals in place that everybody wants to be a part of that and the journey to achieve those goals. And I think we've established that at a really high level at the Innovation Academy. Goal setting, kindness, excellence in the profession, our staff, and the kids that we bring into the building. And it's a great formula for success.
I agree. It's so interesting that, you and I were talking about this yesterday. I have, because I have high school kids, 9 to 12, and we're just talking about, we're coming up on progress reports. And so I'm talking about the kids about, expectations and those types of things. And we're really doubling down on the phone situation right now in the schools because and so I keep telling the kids, I said, it's a state law now, but it's been a expectation from the school board long before that you are not to be on your phone in a class situation, and so trying to control them. And it launched us into a conversation with these high school kids varying from 9th to 12th. Why is that considered the biggest problem in schools right now? And if they're in trying to decide what's the biggest issue we have in schools right now. So I love, and we kind of circled back around to what you're saying about being respectful and kind and just better every day. And that's what I told him. I said, we're just trying to make it better for you. I said, my husband and I, we're retirement age. We retired into teaching because we love y'all and we see this as a calling. And I said, I just love being with y'all. It's like what you said. It's the best job ever, being with these kiddos. And it's just those kinds of conversations. I love that that's where y'all are focusing. And if we can all as teachers just get our kids there, just get them, just showing love and respect and kindness to each other, man, we can teach them something. We can teach them all the things, And so it's just, it just, some of the things you're saying is just kind of echoing through the conversation I had with one of my classes yesterday that just kind of went off the rails for a little bit, but in a good way.
Yeah.
And I love those kinds of things. And just hearing from these young kids, man, they're rock stars. They are rock stars. And you got a few knuckleheads in there, but even the knuckleheads have got... I raised a knucklehead, and he's a superior human being now, but he was a knucklehead in high school. And you know what I mean? It's like...
Well, I talked to our staff yesterday at a faculty meeting that I like to refer to them as lost sheep, and it comes from a parable in Luke 15 that the shepherd had 100 sheep, and one of them wandered off, and he made a point to go and leave the 99, but to go find that one.
Yeah.
Found him, put him on top of his shoulders, and came back and rejoiced. I'd lost a sheep, and now I've found one. And just yesterday, talking to our staff, that's the way we have to treat. And I've called, the knucklehead phrase. It's kind of a cute way to say they're kind of a rounder,
Yes,
or mischievous.
yes.
But the vast majority of our kids are going to come into the building and do exactly what they're supposed to do every day, and they're the 99.
Yeah.
We're going to have one that wanders off a little bit, and we have to give that the highest priority and go find that lost sheep and celebrate with our colleagues when we
Yeah.
find them. And that can be behavior, it can be grades. We've really declared war on failure in our building.
I love that.
Kids
I love that.
that would have an F on their report card at the end of the 9 weeks. We intend to eradicate that. I don't want to manage failure. Well, we got it down to 30 or 20. And if you think about it, on a report card, there's about 3,000 or 4,000 grades, because if we've got 600 kids and they've all got 4 or 5 classes,
Right.
we've got about 3,000 possibilities for a grade. And last year, I could get it in the single digits by the time a report card came out, which some people would say, man, that's extraordinary. But that's not my goal. My goal and our goal as an organization is to completely eradicate failure. Now, failure is not a bad thing in the journey, because we all fail on the journey to
That's where we learn.
excellence.
Yeah.
But in a summative situation, when the report card comes out, we want to make sure that every kid has mastered the standard enough so that they can pass the class. And the majority of our kids are making A's and B's across the school, and this gives us an opportunity to focus on that lost sheep that wanders off. And that's a very high priority. Every kid that has an F in the building, I meet with them on a weekly basis, and I don't chew them out, and they know that. They come in, we talk. I try to determine, what can I do to help you? What can we as a school do to help you? And try to dig into why this is happening. I had one kid that said, Dr. Bell, I'm working 2 jobs, and I'm helping with our household expenses. And, that really shifts your paradigm.
You better believe it does.
That kid is no longer a knucklehead. That kid's a hero.
Yep.
And that kid is doing everything that they can. And I asked him, I said, why are you so exhausted when you come in the morning? And he said, because I got home at midnight. I was working. And that gives you a paradigm shift.
Yeah.
Where, okay, this is bigger than just school sometime. What can we do to help you be successful? And when you sit down and talk to kids one-on-one, you find out the battles that they're fighting. They're not all knuckleheads. And I've used that term a long time, but they're not.
Yeah.
They're lost sheep. They're overwhelmed with something that's happening in their life, and they need our help. And one of the biggest helps that we give them is just listening and caring. And they don't feel so isolated. When kids come into our building, they know that they're going to be safe, they're going to be valued, they're part of a greater mission, they're going to be treated with respect and kindness. That's how you get greatness out of people, and that's in the workplace as well. Our staff, I want to make sure that they know that family is first. If they have a sick child or a funeral, it's just a really easy decision. You need to go be where you need to be. You treat people with respect and dignity, and in turn, you'll get the absolute best out of them. And that's what we get. We get the best out of our staff, and it's just the relationships that we all have with one another. The staff gets along very well, collaborates a lot, does lesson planning. They're all together on making sure that every child succeeds. That's a cute little statement, but when you really see it happening in practice, it's very powerful. And we expect for our school to be a top 10 school in the state of Tennessee. And that's really the goal that we have. And not top 10%, but top 10. And you've got some pretty big players in that top 10. You've got Hume Fogg, Central Magnet, Merrill Hyde, MLK, that they're pretty rock solid in that top 5. But we're going to move this school into the top 10. And we're already getting some school scores back that are in the top 10. Our biology EOC scores last year were 6 in the state of Tennessee. Now, that's out of 455 high schools. Think about that, 455 high schools giving the biology EOC, and our wonderful teacher, Dr. Angie Ruggieri, got those kids to number 6. Now, when I talked to her, I said, what are you going to do to get it to 5? Every year, we've got to get a little bit better. We had U.S. history, 7th grade math, 6th grade math, that were all in the top 13 in the state of Tennessee. So we're starting to see evidence. You know, if you set a long-term, very high goal, it really takes care of all the smaller annual goals and what I call trickle-down academics. We are working to be a top 10 school, and it's going to trickle down on everything else that we do. And we were a level 5 school, which is the highest growth that you can have last year, and then we were just received word that we were a level 5 again. Now, it is very challenging to get extraordinary growth out of kids that are already up here. And that's a testament to our staff. It's not a testament to me. It's the incredible team of professionals that we have, that even though a kid might be in the 95th percentile on achievement, meaning that their scores are 95 out of 100, we're still getting growth from that kid. That's extraordinary, and that's a testament to our staff.
Agreed.
They are just absolutely the best. Now, the great challenge is, can we do a three-peat with that level 5? Like Michael Jordan did a three-peat in Chicago. That's a tall order, but that's our goal. We had a 100% graduation rate last year, and we really worked our tails off the last month because we had a couple of kids, a couple of lost sheep that were struggling, and our entire team got behind those kids, and we didn't give them the grades. We got the grades. We got them to demonstrate mastery, working with them one-on-one in the library, talking to families. We got those kids graduated, and our goal is to be 100% every time. Our ready graduate rate last year was 89%, and the state average is less than 50%.
Right.
But that was a disappointment to me, and I told our team at the beginning of the year, 100%. 100% ready graduate. There's a lot of criteria that come into it. A 21 ACT automatically grants you ready graduate status. So if a kid makes a 21, and our ACT average right now is at 23, which is significantly higher than the Tennessee state average of 18. So we get some kids that get that trump card to that, but then you have industry certifications. You have EPSOs, you have a lot of different early post-secondary opportunities. You have a lot of formulas that can get a kid to be ready graduate, but the state average is less than 50% of kids are ready for the workforce.
Oh, yeah.
We were 89% last year, and I was disappointed. We've got to get 100%. And we have a mission. You know, I think mission is very important, too. When every now and then I'll give a staff member a mission, and I'll say, this is your mission to get this done. That changes your mindset on what your job is. Now, you can't give somebody 17 missions because then they become irrelevant. But 1 or 2 missions for something that's truly important, like chronic absenteeism or growth for the lowest 25th percentile of our kids, which I'm really proud of. We got that to a level 5. A couple of years ago, it was a 1, and that's devastating.
Yeah.
And I gave our RTI coordinator the mission to move that. I said, this is your mission. If this kid's got a dog at home, I want you to know what their dog's name is. In other words, that's the level of relationship I want you to have with those kids that are struggling a little bit. She moved it to a 4 last year and then to a 5 this year. So, you know, giving somebody a mission just gives it great importance. And because you can't stop somebody when they're on a mission.
I
You
agree.
can't compromise them. You can't get in their way because they're going to go around you, over you, or through you because I'm on a mission to get this done. So, uh, giving people very clear outcomes that you would like for our school, great people giving them giving them outcomes and giving them a mission, and then getting the heck out of their way and letting them do their work and not looking over their shoulder all year telling them what they're doing wrong. Just say, you're on a mission, get it done. And that's been very effective. And we have our school working toward a top 10 in the state of Tennessee, which would bring honor to Robertson County schools, to our entire district, to our community. And that's exactly what we intend to do. And I know it's going to happen because I've already seen it. I have seen it in the future. And it's just the process of us taking a step every single day to get closer to that goal. And there's going to be bumps in the road, but we're going to stay on the bus and we're going to keep moving toward our destination. And, there's a Bible verse, Proverbs 29:18, that is very powerful. I've got it behind my desk in big letters. Where there is no vision, the people perish. You have to give people a vision. This is where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get on this bus and let's go together. And it has to be a worthy place with a just cause. But you get on the bus and you go to that place. That's how you motivate people to get things done. You paint a picture of this is where we're going. And everybody in our school family is on that bus, and that's where we're going. And that's one of the reasons I've already seen it. I know that it's going to happen, and it will be on that sign one day, U.S. News and World Report, top 10 school in the state of Tennessee. It's not there yet, but we're on a journey to get it there. And it's not about the ranking, but if we were a top 10, what would that mean was happening in our school? It would mean extraordinary things are happening in our school. It'd be a school that kids can be proud of when they get that diploma. And we've got kids going to college all over the country from our class last year, and we want to continue that to just set them up for success in this world. It's a very competitive world, and we have to give them the tools that they need to be successful. And I think our very unique curriculum, POS, and STEAM education gives them real world tools like engineering, coding, which coding is the future. And they're saying AI is going to be doing most of the coding one day, but you're still going to need human beings to do that. Business management, and we're exploring other POSs that I can't divulge at this time, but some really exciting opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
And we're working on getting those set up as we speak. And then we have the arts POS, which every child in our school gets an art POS, program of study,
Mm-hmm.
and one on the STEAM side. And our arts department, our band under Andrew Lawson is thriving. And we're going to have marching band next year. We're co-oping with Springfield High School this year. Next year, we'll have marching band on our own field with our high school football team. Our theater under Mr. Stanley. He's phenomenal.
Love him.
And yeah, I do too.
The famous Stan Stanley.
It is. He is famous.
Yes,
And,
I tell the kids when I see him around him, I'm like, he's famous. He's
Yeah.
been on Broadway. Come on.
He was on Broadway.
Yeah,
And
come
now
on.
he's teaching
I love him.
our kids theater. We
Yeah.
have a choir program. We have digital art
Mm-hmm.
and art. It's just a beautiful little school with great opportunities.
Right.
And
I tell you, I can sit here and listen to you all day, and I've got to read, and I don't know. I was looking to see who's supposed to be coming in after you, and Jen Teachner.
mhm.
Do you know? And I don't know if she's out there or not. I'm gonna have you poke your head out in just a second while I do an ad, but I want to say something before I possibly lose you. Aaron Slate, he commented. He said, "I received my first lesson in politics in Grant Bell's 6th grade civics class at Greenbrier Middle. He's a phenomenal educator. Unfortunately, he has poor taste in college football teams." Go Vols. I knew. I had to share. And then Lauren Gray, who is just a dear friend, does our special needs. She just loves you. She says, love Dr. Bell. She's a treasure. She's a treasure.
She always made me smile because she was so happy.
Yeah, and she's just a joyous person. And I do have to clarify, when I talk about the knucklehead thing, I got that from Judge Joel Perry. I'm on the recovery court board, and we talk about because you love the people. That's the thing. I had such a conversation with my kids yesterday. We talked about addiction and all the things, because we talked about phones and the addictive aspects of it. And one of the young men said, well, they started when everybody started on these things when they're young, and now they can't do anything about it. And he admitted that it was an addiction. I was like, oh, you can do something about addiction.
Yeah.
And that's the term that a judge will go to when he sees these people that just reoccur in his court. You know, he loves them, but it's like they're just being knuckleheads. But I like the lost sheep better. But that's where I got the knucklehead term, is from Judge. And but the lost sheep.
You can call somebody a knucklehead, get away with it. It's just funny enough.
Yeah.
And I've done that for a long time. And I've been a knucklehead.
Yeah. Oh, I have too.
And,
so
it's okay.
Yeah,
it's
that's
a term of endearment.
I love it.
But
we do. If Jen's out there, it's 20 till. Can you poke your head out? And if she's not there, come back and let's talk about some more stuff in education if you have time. But I need to pause and talk about my friends Barry and Rebecca Richards with Exit Prime Realty. Do you see her? She's ready. Well, come on in here, Jen. We didn't see you walk in. We weren't sure you were out there. Dr. Bell, I'm going to let y'all make the transition. Dr. Bell, it was an absolute delight, and I really enjoyed speaking with you this morning. And I'm going to go back and listen to some of the things you said again and write them down. So thank you.
It was a pleasure.
I would love to have you back in, just talk for you an hour with you. God bless you. Come on in, Jen. God bless Dr. Bell. Come on in and sit down, and I'm going to keep talking about my advertiser real quick while you get comfortable. But we're talking about Barry and Rebecca Richards with Exit Prime Realty. If you are needing some help in the real estate community, you can do no better than Barry and Rebecca Richards, my dear friends. They've been long-time, full-time sponsors of this program forever, and we appreciate them because it's what makes everything possible here at Ebenezer Broadcasting. So thank you for being a part of what we do here, but thank you for all you do in the community. If you know Barry and Rebecca, they sponsor all kinds of things in their community. They've been in Cross Plains now for 30 years. They commemorated that by giving the police department a smart car. And you saw that on Channel 2 a couple of weeks ago. But they're just so involved in their community, great folks to work with, and the full picture of everything you need, whether you're buying or selling, or maybe you want to be a realtor. They would love to help mentor you into the real estate game, and they've got the perfect company to do that with, Exit Prime Realty. It's the one that Exit is the team that Rebecca vetted thoroughly before she got into real estate. She had been in radiology. She stayed home with her kids, and then as she was getting back into the workforce, she goes, I really want to do this real estate thing. But she needed a company that crossed every T, dotted every I, and made sure everything that she needed was there, and she's still with Exit all these years later. Exit Prime Realty, the combination of Barry's brokerage office here in Springfield, her agency office up in White House, and they're just a new branch in the Exit tree. They were with the Garden Gate team for a long time, but Exit Prime Realty, you can connect with them by going to sellwithbecky.com, sellwithbecky.com, or buy, B-U-I, robertsoncounty.com, or give Rebecca a call, 615-504-7425, 615-504-7425. Always let them know U-Turn sent you. And Jen, I apologize because I did not have my list with me. And I don't know which school you're with. Lean into that microphone for me.
I'm at Crestview Elementary School.
Crestview Elementary. Yeah. And we talked last year, I think, didn't we?
Nope, this is my first year in Robertson.
So oh, really? Okay, well, welcome to it.
Thank you.
I'm LaVern. And we like to visit with our different principals around. Now, how do you say your last name? Teachner?
Teachner.
Teachner. And you're at Crestview Elementary.
Yes,
well,
ma'am.
Welcome to it. And I apologize for the delay. Dr.
That's
Bellman.
Okay.
I don't know if you've met him, but
yes, briefly.
He's a fascinating man. So we just got to talking, and I looked at the clock. I thought, well, if she's out there, we're both on her time. But thank you,
of course,
for coming in and
me.
talking to us. So where did you come to Robertson County from? Where are you from?
So last year I was in Sumner County. My family and I currently live in Sumner County, close to Cottontown. But have been in Middle Tennessee most of my career. But I'm also a military spouse and an Air Force. I have an Air Force veteran.
Thank you for serving.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you to all the brave men and women who still serve for us daily.
Amen.
And so been a little bit of everywhere. So recently
it.
Colorado Springs and then back to Nashville as home. And then was in Sumner for 6 years and then came to Robertson this year.
I love it. So were you a principal at Sumner?
I was an assistant principal, 2 years at Merrill Hyde Magnet School.
Right.
And then 2 years at Benny Bills Elementary School.
I love it. And so, well, welcome. So are you originally from this area?
I'm not. I grew up in Piggott, Arkansas. So just about 80 miles south of Memphis.
Okay.
So.
I had a kid that graduated from Harding at Searcy.
Yep.
And was there.
Yeah, it's a great school.
Yeah. So I'm quite familiar with Arkansas. And when I was commuting back and forth to Dallas, I was through Arkansas all the time.
Yeah.
For about 2 years, I was back.
Not
and
a great drive. But,
no, I preferred to fly it, but I drove it a lot too. But very cool. Well, welcome. And so we're so glad to have you. So I always like to ask you, what are you most proud of at your school?
Oh gosh, it's new to me. So many things I've just seen so many opportunities at Crestview. I think I'm most proud of our teachers right now, embracing change and embracing wanting to do whatever it takes for student success. And so I've really seen them pouring into how can we continue to help our students learn and grow, and having an open mind and coming into this school year. Anytime you have a new leader, a new leadership team, change is hard. And so teachers have just poured into it, leaned into conversations, and been willing to stretch their thinking. And so I'm most proud of that work.
I love that. Because that is, anytime there's something new, it's just, okay, what's this going to look like?
Yes.
Especially the ones that have been there forever.
Yes.
And it's kind of like, well, that's not the way we did that, and you have to navigate those waters, and it's difficult. So if they can rise to that and just, keep going, that's very cool. So what Crestview, I was just talking with Dr. Bell, it's so interesting because we have so many schools, and we'll have some elementaries that are, these grades and this one. And so it's just kind of a mix mash of schools depending on what they can accommodate in their building. So what grades is Crestview Elementary?
So we're K-5.
Okay,
kindergarten
lean
through
into
fifth
that
grade,
commercial.
kindergarten through fifth grade.
Yeah.
And so we serve about 700 students.
Okay.
So the largest elementary in Robertson County.
Oh, wow. So K through 5. Because, we've had some that, even have preschool. And, it's just trying to understand how they all. So where do your kids, what does Crestview Elementary feed as far as middle school?
So right now we're in the rezone year, and so I am learning as well. And so we have been rezoned. I believe we feed some into Greenbrier, some into Coopertown, and Springfield.
Okay, so you're really split up.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we have a large zone.
Yeah, that's interesting because I'm always curious as to where, I teach at Greenbrier High School. I didn't know if they told you I'm a teacher. And
I didn't know that.
Well, I teach audio video production. So
nice.
I'm one of the CTE teachers.
Okay.
And so I retired from broadcasting and do that.
Sure.
But getting the journey, I always ask my kids, how did you end up at Greenbrier? And I was pretty sure some came from Crestview.
Yes.
And I wasn't 100% sure, but I thought some of them did.
Yes, and I'm learning, especially with the rezone and the community where everything is located. So it's been interesting to hear the stories of our families and where they come from where they live and where they're going.
Yeah. For sure. So how are you guys doing on staffing? That's another question I like to ask because, my goodness, it's so hard to keep all the positions filled. Are y'all good on staffing? Do you have all your positions filled?
Well, no. Not now, not currently.
What are you looking for? What are you looking for?
Right now, looking for a fourth grade math position,
Okay.
guidance counselor position, and a kindergarten position. We were fully staffed when we opened and had some medical issues from some staff members. And then one of our sweet teachers just had a baby. And so she decided she's going to stay home, which is always, when you have younger staff and they're having babies, things can change in their family. And that's always most important. And so she decided she's going to stay home. So we lost a fourth grade teacher. So
is that your math teacher?
Yes.
I know a math teacher that's retired.
Hey, call him.
She's gonna kill me. She's one of my best friends, and I'm always poking her, going, "We need you back. We need you back."
Right. Call
she
him.
was teaching high school. I don't know if she could do. I know she could do anything.
I was gonna say, if you can do high school, you can do anything.
Heck yeah! But yeah, she's like, "Shut up, LaVern." But Come on, Muriel. We need you.
Oh, you said her name.
Oh, she knows. She knows.
Now it's
she
real.
knows. Oh yeah, she knows. She knows. But well, she was a math teacher, just retired after 31 years. She's been only 2 years in retirement, but she finished up at White House Heritage High School.
Okay.
And so yeah, I love to harass her that we need her.
Yeah,
we need our math teachers. When I hear kids saying that they're going to teach math, I'm like, yay, because I said you will always have a gig.
That's right.
You will never be wanting a gig because they're needing you so desperately. So, well, we'll put the word out if you know of a math teacher.
Send them my way.
Muriel. She's like, shut up. But anyway, so anything else that you have that you just want to make sure everybody knows about? Have you got anything like, because we're in fall, have you got any events coming up, anything like that you want to make sure and share?
Absolutely. We are a Title I school, and when you are Title, that is federal funding that provides more opportunities for students to reach the state level standards. So we have many resources, many opportunities through Title I, and we have an annual Title I meeting that's open to all families in the school, and that is September 23rd. And so information will be going out on our Facebook page, on Class Dojo. I sent home a monthly newsletter, should be coming home today for September, that will talk more about that. So be looking for that information. And that's just a really great event where families can come in and learn how Title I helps our school and our students and what it provides for families. And so that's a great resource. And we also have some ways for families to get engaged and to partner with Crestview. We haven't had a lot of family engagement in the last couple of years after COVID, and so we're really hoping to get families back into the building and partner with them and find ways for to get their input and what kinds of things they need to help them with their students, maybe homework at home or how to read at home, things like that. So we want to definitely partner with our families. So that annual Title I meeting is a great time to do that. There will be an event for kids where parents can drop their kids and then go get what they need and have some conversations around, support for parents and families at home with academics. So it's going to be a great night. So September 23rd, be looking for that information for sure.
Very good. And something too, this is something that I just kind of want to reiterate anytime we're talking about schedules for classes. And since we're talking about schools today, we got this from Dr. Weeks, I guess, last week, talking about that we're going to have 2 days off this semester that we normally would not because of the special election.
Yes.
Because they will close the schools because some of them are used as polling stations. So October 2nd, October 7th, that's a Tuesday, October 7th is the primary, so schools will be closed. Yes. And then December 2nd is the general and schools will be closed. And that's to replace this district lost our representative in the House, Dr. Mark Green, and so they've got to have a special election. So just kind of make that note, and that's something that any chance I have, I try to throw that out because as I was telling my kiddos, it's not on the original school calendar.
It's not, no.
And so in our newscast that we do at our school, we've been putting that out. So while you're doing calendar events, let's just go ahead and remind everybody. October 7th and December 2nd are holidays that we're going to or days off we're going to have from school. What else have you got going on that you want to share? You got some notes there. Anything that we haven't covered? What do you need to share about your school?
Oh gosh, just in thinking about Crestview and all that we're doing, we just celebrated the 10th year anniversary. So Crestview is a fairly new school also. And so
I don't think I knew that. I've been here forever, but I don't think I realized that.
Only 10 years old, so we're still young. And so we have really been thinking about, this was Crestview the first 10 years. What do we want the next 10 years to look like? And so with that comes a new vision, a new mission. And so I was really proud of our teams this summer who got together and talked about a new vision. And we wanted it to be simple because if kids don't understand the vision, we're not sure what the point is.
Right.
If teachers understand, principals understand, but parents and students don't understand and don't buy into that vision, we're losing the most important players in the game there. And so it's simple. We're going to aim high. Every decision we make, every opportunity we take, every goal we set, we're going to aim really high because our kids can at Crestview. And so we want to aim high by working hard, by being kind to one another, because if you're kind and we want to be at school, we can reach our goals. And then growing every day. We just want to start them off on a path that sets us up for success.
Mm-hmm.
And hearing the last interview and all you were talking about at the high school level, it's so important for elementary students to see it's not just about this year, but it's where I'm going, what I want to be, what I want to do, and allowing them to do the things that get them to where they want to go and to just start thinking in that direction.
We can at Crestview.
We
I
can
like
at
that.
Crestview.
I like that. And I just realized Crestview is the one that's like up toward on the new bypass off
It is,
there.
yes, Jaden Gavin.
Ah.
Yeah.
Muriel, that's so
building.
close to your house.
Come on, Muriel.
Ha ha! She's gonna kill me, but I'm serious. That's like on our end of town. I was just thinking about where y'all were located, and she's gonna get me. I'll see her at church tonight, and she'll be like, "LaVern, just stop it." But that would be super convenient. I wonder if I don't know if she's. Ever since I've known her, she's taught high schools. I don't know if she's taught fourth graders or not. She's gonna
Oh
get me.
man,
You
can
Muriel,
do it,
you're
Muriel.
perfect for this gig. It's
You're
on your
hired.
end of town. Come on, you're hired. I love it. I love it. We need a math teacher because how long have you had that opening? You said it's
Just
fairly
this
new.
week.
Wow.
Yeah, just this week.
Yeah, you got to fill that position. So come on, Muriel. She's gonna get me. Anyway, we're talking with Jen Teachner.
Yeah.
Teaching her?
Like, what are you teaching her?
Teaching her.
Isn't that funny?
That's funny.
I couldn't be
Teaching her.
anything else, right?
Teaching her. Isn't that fun? I love it. And a military wife. Thank you very much. How long is you said your husband's retired?
Well, he only served for 4.
Uh-huh.
By way, the radio part of you and media will be into this. So he's always been music industry his
fun.
entire career. And so in 2015, was recruited into the U.S. Air Force as a country singer. And so he was the only touring country singer in the big Air Force. And so recorded albums for the Air Force, did tours of music, and then came back home to Nashville in 19.
I need to have him in. I feel like I've
do.
seen, what is his first name?
You do. Jamie Teachner.
I think I've seen something of his
Yeah, and
out
he,
there.
it just
Fun,
weird turn of
fun.
events when he got here, was able to write the United States anthem for the new Space Force. And so,
Nice.
yeah, so
Nice.
the music-
Oh, man, you're holding back on me. I didn't realize all
yeah.
this. That's so cool.
yeah,
That's so cool. So that's what he still does then.
He does, yeah.
Okay, that's really cool. I
Also
love it.
teaches songwriting at MTSU, so lots of music, lots of military, lots of
Neat.
education in our family.
Oh,
so.
I feel like maybe he's. So where exactly? And y'all live still in Sumner, or where are
We
you?
do, yep, Hendersonville
Okay.
address, but closer to Cottontown, so
Okay.
not far.
Okay. Oh, you got to tell your hubby. I want to get him in here
Let's
and
do
talk
it.
to him. That'd be fun. My son served in the Army for 4 years, but he is working at HCA now.
Okay.
But that's cool that he gets to continue to serve in that
does.
way. So he's serving in a reserve capacity,
He's fully out. He contracts out, does a
Okay.
lot of work still, and will do events for Space Force and
Okay.
Air Force.
How fun!
Still does the Opry on military nights and things like that.
How fun!
He still has publishing and all of that, and so still doing that.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And the Space Force thing, I've got a kid. I don't know if he's got any connections, but I can't get my kid out of Huntsville. That's the thing. But I've got an electrical engineer down there that I would love to move closer to home.
Oh,
but
yeah.
he wants something in aero. He wants to work in space stuff.
Yeah. Well,
and of
Space
course,
Command is
yeah.
moving to Huntsville. They just announced. So, yeah, it's going to be some huge opportunities.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's good to know.
Just announced. So,
Oh, that's so
moving
cool.
From Colorado
That would be.
Springs to Huntsville. So,
I wonder if he knows that.
I don't know.
Well, that's very cool. That's very cool. Because also, too, they've got the guy from Amazon, I can never remember his name, is building something down in Huntsville as well. So a
Yes.
lot of stuff is in Huntsville.
It
But
is.
I wish it were closer to home.
I know.
But, if he could, I want him to be able to work in space stuff, though. And you mentioned Space Force. I'm like, that's so cool. I don't know that I've ever heard the Space Force song. I need to hear that.
You need to.
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
that's really cool. You're just so interesting. I love this. Now, are you Dr. Jen or are you?
Not yet.
Okay, you working on that?
Not yet. Working on it.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, good luck with that.
Thank
Good
you.
luck with that. And I always try to be respectful of that because I mean,
Will.
if I had earned my doctorate, you'd be calling me Dr. LaVern. Oh, for sure. but that's not happening. I don't even have my master's. I've just got my undergraduate. But so anything else that we need to cover before we wrap up our time?
No, just that our families, I would love for them to follow our Facebook page, look for Crestview Elementary School, and ways to get engaged and to give feedback and input. We want to partner with families, open the school back up, and we are really committed to making sure we know where our kiddos are academically and pushing them to their next step. We want to see them achieving, and Dr. Weeks has certainly challenged us to that. So I'm excited to walk with the school community this year in doing that.
And we can at Crestview. I love it. You need that on a T-shirt.
We do.
You need it on a T-shirt. I love it. So nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome anytime. And like I said, I'll talk to my friend and tell her, say, hey,
Muriel.
hey, Muriel, come on, Miss Barnett. But she's going to get me good for
I have first and last name now. I feel like I could find her.
Oh, yeah. Very easily. We need you. I've been trying to get her back in. She's like, just stop. She loves retirement. She did for 31 years. So,
well,
we all, you get to your place. Yeah, that's just it. I'm still so new to teaching. I just love everything about there's some things that are kind of like, really? But, I do love it. I love the kids so much.
Listen,
and
it's the best thing.
It is so rewarding.
And being with kids.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Keeps us young. Jen Teachner.
Yep.
There you go. And we're going to hear from her hubby. We're going to find him and get him in here. I want to hear more about that and keep us up to date on what's going on at Crestview.
I'd love to.
And if I can talk Muriel into it, I'll be in touch.
Send her my way.
All right, you guys. Well, y'all stay tuned. Lee Marie's headed in. I saw Steve walk through a while ago. They've got another full hour of local programming, as we like to say, here on 1100 WSGI. Tomorrow, the United Way is giving up their 30-minute slot and letting us bring the Robertson County Players in for a full hour to talk about Much Ado About Nothing. That's going to be coming up at Coopertown Middle School. That's where they're going to put that production on, and it will be wonderful. So we're excited to have them in the studio for the entire hour talking about the play and all the fun things, because it's a fun cast. You're going to enjoy it tomorrow. Hope you'll be here. Stay tuned for The Go Show with Lee Marie. This is 1100 WSGI. God bless. Have a wonderful day.